Hi, I'm Ron Cool, and my brother Kenna and I invented this portable minnow carrier and patented, and we've been selling it for several years, and fishermen love it. And I want to demonstrate how it works, and you'll see why they love it. Kenna and I, for years, fished with minnows for trout, steelhead, bass, crappies, perch, and other fish, and we carried minnows usually in a peanut butter jar or in a galvanized can with a lid on it. To get a minnow out, we had to unscrew the lid or pull the lid off, and we frequently had to grope in there and try to catch a minnow, which was often hard to do. And we had to get our hands wet. Sometimes we spill water on ourselves. And we said there's got to be an easier way to carry and dispense minnows. So we invented Quick Minnow. Now let me show you how easy it is to use it and why people love it so much. Here we go. I'm just going to go like that. You see that motion? And it shoots a minnow up here into the snout. The water drains back down inside this patented air chamber, and then you just tap a minnow into your hand, like that. Now I'll do it again for you. Just go like this. Don't have to edit that part. Now here's a minnow here. I hold it at a little angle, let the water drain inside, and tap a minnow into my hand. See how easy that is to use? You hardly get your hands wet except when the minnow touches your hand. Now, typically you wear this with the snout pointing back, just as I'm doing it. Now, when you see that your minnows need fresh water, there's a couple of ways to do it. First, you have to get the old water out without the minnows escaping. The way I most often do it, and particularly if the weather's not too cold, is I just put my finger over the snout and I tip it like this and let water run out, but the minnows can't get out. When I get the water down to the level I want, I just screw the lid off, and usually I'm standing in the stream when I do this. Let the top hang, go down to the stream, just hold it like this, dip the container in the water, and you can get fresh water in it without losing any minnows. And if you get too much, just hold your fingers over it and pour it out until you get it about half full. Screw the lid back on top, and you're in business again. Now we're using emerald shiners today, but you can use whatever kind of minnow or other bait. It's not for minnows only. Anything that will work in it you can use. And well, we're on the famous Elk Stream in Erie, Pennsylvania area. This is one of the best steelhead fishing streams around, and minnows are deadly, and you'll see a large percent of the bait fishermen here carrying quick minnows. Now another way to change water, particularly in cold weather, is take this strainer, put it in the snout, tip it, and then squeeze Quick Minnow gently. And you'll drive the water right out. The reason you have to squeeze it is that the snout gets full of minnows, and unless you squeeze it, it's plugged up. So once you get the water down to where you want it, then pull the strainer out, put it back into its spot, and then what you do, this is the second method, instead of unscrewing the lid, you just dip Quick Minnow down in the water and let water run in the snout. And the bubbles will run out. Just hold it down there until it fills up. Now this will require you to get your hands wet. And if it's real cold weather, like it's in steelhead season, you might not want to do that. So after you get it filled back up to where you want it, just close the lid and start dispensing minnows again. Now one of the things about this bottle, and I'm reminded of this when I think back to the old peanut butter jars that we used to carry, or the galvanized ones, they were bulky. And now we designed this bottle so it's thin, and also so it's easy to grip and hold. And it fits against your body and you hardly know it's there. And I'll have to say, we just love it, and so do thousands of fishermen who have already bought it. Now, So far I've been talking about using it on streams, but I'll tell you, a lot of times when you're crappie fishing, you're fishing a little pond or you're fishing ducks. And this is terrific in that occasion. What you do is you leave your bigger styrofoam bucket in a central location, you load the minnows in here, and then you just walk around. And you might fish for an hour and a half before you get back to your other bucket. You don't have to always be picking that bucket up every time and move it and set it down, pick it up, set it down, which is annoying. And this solves that problem. And that, I just love, I'd hate to go crappie fishing without this. It works so well. What else can you think of, Kenley?
That's it. Low battery. that sounded